My child, someone who crossed paths with your soulmate yesterday witnessed something they were never meant to see. Before the truth could be silenced, they revealed a secret about you that heaven can no longer keep hidden. Archangel Michael says, "Open this now. My beloved child, I come to you now with a message that has been held in the heavenly realms, waiting for this precise moment when your heart would be ready to receive it. The veils between what you know and what has always been true are growing thin, and there is something I must share with you that can no longer remain concealed in the sacred archives of heaven. Yesterday, as the sun traced its familiar path across the sky, someone walked past your soulmate in a place neither of them will remember as significant. It was an ordinary moment, the kind that happens thousands of times each day when strangers pass strangers in the great dance of human existence. But this person, this witness to a fleeting encounter, possesses a gift they themselves barely understand. They can see beyond the surface of things, beyond the masks that people wear and the walls they build around their truest selves. In that brief moment of passing, they saw something radiating from your soulmate that should have remained invisible to human eyes. What they witnessed was the golden thread that connects your soulmate's heart directly to yours, a luminous cord that stretches across whatever distance separates you, pulsing with every thought they have of you, every unconscious prayer they send into the universe hoping to find you. This thread has existed since before either of you took your first breath in this world. It was woven by hands beyond human understanding, crafted from the same light that ignites stars and gives life to all things. The witness saw this thread glowing so brightly that for a moment they had to look away, overwhelmed by the beauty and intensity of it. But that was not all they saw. Attached to this golden thread were countless moments, visions of your past and future intertwined with your soulmate's journey. They saw you as a child, sitting alone in a place where you felt unseen, whispering wishes to the universe that you thought no one heard. They saw your soulmate in that same moment, miles or perhaps countries away, experiencing an inexplicable warmth in their chest, a sudden knowing that somewhere someone needed their love even though they had no way to understand what that feeling meant. They saw the times you have walked past each other unknowingly, the near misses orchestrated by heaven because the timing was not yet aligned with your highest good. This witness, shaken by what they had perceived, felt compelled to speak of it. They reached out across the networks that connect human beings in this modern age, and they told someone who told someone else, and the ripple of this revelation has been making its way toward you. Heaven has watched this unfold, knowing that the time of concealment has ended. What I am about to reveal to you now is the secret that heaven has kept, the truth about who you really are and why your journey has unfolded exactly as it has. You have believed yourself to be ordinary, my child. You have moved through your days thinking that you are simply one among billions, navigating life as best you can, making mistakes, experiencing joy and sorrow, never quite understanding why certain things feel so much deeper for you than they seem to for others. You have questioned why your heart breaks so completely at the suffering of strangers, why you can feel the emotions of a room the moment you enter it, why you have always sensed that you were meant for something you could not name. You have wondered why love has been complicated for you, why relationships have not unfolded the way you hoped, why you have felt both intensely connected to certain people and utterly alone in ways that made no logical sense. The truth that heaven can no longer hide is this: you are not merely a human soul living a human life. You are an ancient being who chose to incarnate in this time and place for purposes that extend far beyond your personal happiness, though your happiness is deeply cherished by all of heaven. Before you were born into the body you now inhabit, you stood in the courts of the divine and volunteered for a mission that required immense courage. You knew it would mean forgetting who you truly are for a time. You knew it would involve pain and confusion, periods of feeling lost and disconnected from your purpose. And still, you stepped forward and said yes. You are what we call a way shower, a light bearer, one who agreed to come to earth during a time of great transition to hold a frequency of love that helps shift the consciousness of humanity. Your very presence here, even when you feel like you are doing nothing of importance, sends out waves of energy that touch people in ways you cannot see. Every act of kindness you extend, every moment you choose love over fear, every time you refuse to harden your heart despite the pain you have endured, you are fulfilling your sacred purpose. The struggles you have faced were not punishments or signs that you were doing something wrong. They were the refinement process, the way gold is purified in fire, making you capable of holding greater and greater amounts of light. Your soulmate is also a light bearer, though their journey has looked different from yours. Where you have learned to love through experiences of feeling unloved, they have learned to trust through experiences that taught them betrayal. Where you have had to find your voice after times of being silenced, they have had to learn when to speak and when to honor silence. Your paths have been designed to bring you both to a place of wholeness independently so that when you finally come together, you will not be two halves seeking completion but two whole beings choosing to walk as one. The reason your union has been delayed is not because you were not ready or because you needed to learn more lessons. Heaven does not operate on a system of worthiness where you must prove yourself deserving of love. The delay has been a matter of divine timing, of waiting for the exact convergence of circumstances that would allow your meeting to create the maximum ripple effect in the world. When you and your soulmate finally recognize each other, the energy released by your union will be felt by everyone connected to you, and through them, it will spread like light breaking through cracks in a wall. Your love will be a testament to others that true partnership is possible, that soul connection is real, that waiting for the right person is worth every lonely night and every disappointment along the way. What the witness saw radiating from your soulmate was their preparation reaching its completion. They have been going through their own process of awakening, their own journey of releasing what no longer serves them and opening to the truth of who they are. In recent times, they have been feeling a pull they cannot explain, a restlessness that is actually their soul recognizing that the time of meeting is approaching. They have been thinking of you without knowing you, sensing your presence in their dreams, catching glimpses of your face in crowds only to realize it was someone else. Their higher self has been reaching out to yours, and you have felt this too, though you may have dismissed it as wishful thinking or imagination. There are things about you that heaven knows which you have forgotten or never fully realized. You have the ability to heal others simply by being present with them in their pain without trying to fix or change them. You have done this throughout your life without recognizing it as a gift. People have told you that talking to you makes them feel better, that something about your energy is calming or uplifting, and you have brushed these comments aside as pleasantries. But they were speaking a truth that comes from their soul recognizing yours. You carry a frequency of peace that others can attune to, like a tuning fork that helps them remember their own inner harmony. You also have a powerful creative force within you that is meant to be expressed in the world. This creativity may manifest through art, writing, music, building, teaching, healing, or any number of forms, but its essence is the same. You are meant to bring something into being that carries your unique signature, your specific combination of experiences, wisdom, and light. This creative expression has been stirring within you, sometimes feeling like frustration or dissatisfaction with how your life currently looks. That restlessness is actually your soul urging you toward your purpose, reminding you that there is something you came here to do. Heaven has been preparing circumstances for you, arranging encounters and opportunities that will reveal themselves when you are vibrating at the frequency needed to perceive them. Some of these opportunities have already presented themselves, and you may have dismissed them as coincidences or lucky breaks. There is no such thing as coincidence in a universe guided by divine intelligence. Every person you meet, every book that falls into your hands, every song that seems to speak directly to your situation, every sudden insight that arises in a moment of quiet, these are all part of the intricate web of guidance that surrounds you constantly. The secret heaven has been keeping is also about your past, the journey your soul has taken through many lifetimes to arrive at this point. You have lived before, many times, in many different circumstances. You have been both powerful and powerless, wealthy and poor, celebrated and forgotten. You have experienced love that transcended death and love that was cut short by tragedy. You have been a healer, a teacher, a warrior, a parent, a wanderer. Each lifetime added layers to your understanding, and all of that wisdom is encoded within you now, accessible when you need it. In several of your previous incarnations, you knew your current soulmate. You have loved each other across time, though the relationship took different forms. In one life, you were companions who traveled together spreading teachings of compassion in a land that had grown hard and cynical. In another, you were separated by circumstances beyond your control and spent that entire lifetime longing for each other. In yet another, you were brought together late in life, after both of you had lived full lives separately, and you spent your final years in a love so pure and simple that it blessed everyone who witnessed it. These past connections are why the bond between you feels so deep and destined, why the idea of soulmates resonates so strongly in your heart even if your mind questions whether such things are real. Your soulmate carries memories of these past lives in their subconscious, just as you do. This is why you will recognize each other immediately when you meet, even though you may try to rationalize the feeling as attraction or chemistry or some other ordinary explanation. The recognition will happen at a soul level first, a knowing that comes before thought, before words, before logical understanding. You will feel simultaneously like you are meeting someone for the first time and reuniting with someone you have known forever, because both will be true. Heaven wants you to know that you are exactly where you are supposed to be right now. Even if your current circumstances feel limiting or disappointing, even if you look at your life and wonder how you ended up here, you are positioned perfectly for what comes next. Every experience you have had has been necessary, weaving together to create the tapestry of who you are. The pain you have endured has given you empathy. The times you felt abandoned taught you self-reliance while also opening your heart to recognize true companionship when it arrives. The moments of joy, however brief, showed you what is possible and gave you a taste of what you are moving toward. There is something else the witness saw that must be told. They perceived a gathering of beings around your soulmate, spiritual guides and angels who have been with them throughout their journey, just as you have your own team of helpers in the unseen realms. These beings were celebrating because they knew that the pathway had finally cleared. For years, there have been obstacles, lessons that needed to be learned, patterns that needed to be broken, fears that needed to be faced. Both you and your soulmate have been doing the inner work, often without realizing the significance of it, and that work has been creating the foundation for your union. I, Archangel Michael, have been with you since before your birth, and I will remain with you beyond this lifetime. I have watched you struggle and triumph, despair and hope, fall and rise again. I have sent you signs when you needed reassurance, though you did not always recognize them as such. The feathers you have found, the songs that played at exactly the right moment, the strangers who appeared with exactly the words you needed to hear, the sudden floods of peace that washed over you when anxiety threatened to overwhelm you, these were not random occurrences. They were messages from the divine, reminders that you are never alone, that you are held in love that surpasses all understanding. Your soulmate has also been receiving guidance, though they may be even less aware of it than you are. They have been protected through dangerous situations that could have ended very differently. They have been redirected away from paths that would have led them away from their purpose and away from you. They have been given dreams and visions that planted seeds in their consciousness, preparing them for the expansion that comes with recognizing their true nature and their sacred partnership with you. The witness who saw the golden thread connecting you to your soulmate was meant to see it. Nothing happens by accident in the divine plan. Their seeing and their speaking of what they saw set into motion a series of energetic shifts that are now cascading through the spiritual realms and manifesting in the physical world. Doors that were closed are beginning to open. People who will play important roles in bringing you and your soulmate together are being moved into position like pieces on a cosmic chessboard, though they have free will and do not realize they are part of a larger pattern. Heaven wants you to prepare yourself, not through anxious striving or desperate searching, but through softening into trust. The preparation needed is not about becoming someone different or fixing what you perceive as broken in yourself. You are not broken. You have never been broken. You are a divine being having a human experience, and every part of that experience, even the parts that hurt, has been valuable. The preparation is about releasing the stories you have told yourself about why love has not found you, why you are not enough, why your dreams are too big or too foolish to pursue. These stories are lies, comfortable lies perhaps, familiar lies that have protected you from the vulnerability of hoping and possibly being disappointed again, but lies nonetheless. The truth is that you are worthy of a love that sees you completely and chooses you anyway. You are capable of the things your heart yearns to create. You are meant to shine brightly, not to dim your light to make others comfortable. You are allowed to take up space, to have needs, to ask for what you desire, to set boundaries that honor your well-being. Your soulmate is also releasing their own false stories, the narratives they have built around past hurts and disappointments. They are learning to believe in love again, to trust that partnership can be a source of strength rather than a loss of freedom. They are discovering parts of themselves they had buried or denied, and with each discovery, they become more aligned with the person who can meet you as an equal, who can match your depth and intensity, who can walk beside you through both joy and challenge without wavering. The timing of your meeting is connected to larger cycles and patterns in the universe. There are astrological alignments coming, energetic portals opening, collective shifts in human consciousness that are creating the perfect environment for soul unions to manifest. You are not the only one preparing to meet your soulmate in this time period. There are many others, scattered across the world, who are part of the same wave of awakening and union. Your individual love story is also part of a collective story, a rising tide of partnership based on authentic connection rather than need or convenience or societal expectation. When you and your soulmate do come together, the relationship will not be without challenges. Soul connections are not meant to be easy in the sense of requiring no effort or growth. They are meant to be catalysts for transformation, mirrors that reflect both your light and your shadows, opportunities to love at a level that demands you evolve beyond your current limitations. You will trigger each other at times, bringing up old wounds that need healing, pushing each other to release patterns that no longer serve. This is not a design flaw but a feature of sacred partnership. The friction creates the polish that allows you both to shine more brightly. But the challenges will be met from a foundation of commitment and recognition that goes beyond what either of you has experienced before. You will know, even in difficult moments, that this person is meant to be in your life. You will feel the truth of your connection in your bones, in your blood, in the quiet spaces of your heart that know things your mind cannot explain. This knowing will carry you through the times when love feels hard, when you wonder if it would be easier to walk away, when the work of true intimacy feels like too much. Heaven is asking you to trust the journey, to surrender the need to control how and when things unfold. This does not mean being passive or stopping your life while you wait. It means living fully now, investing in your own growth and happiness, pursuing the things that bring you alive, building a life you love regardless of whether partnership is part of it. Paradoxically, this is exactly what draws your soulmate to you. The energy of wholeness and self-sufficiency is magnetic. When you stop desperately seeking completion from another person and start embodying completion within yourself, you become a vibrational match for the partner who will complement rather than complete you. There are practical steps you can take that align you more closely with the meeting. Spend time in activities that make you feel most like yourself, most connected to your joy and passion. These activities put you in energetic spaces where your soulmate is more likely to find you. Follow your intuition when it urges you to go somewhere, talk to someone, try something new. Your inner guidance is attuned to the larger plan in ways your conscious mind is not. Say yes to invitations even when it would be easier to stay home. Put yourself in situations where meeting new people is possible. But do all of this from a place of enjoyment rather than desperate searching. Let it be about enriching your life rather than finding someone to fill a void. Also important is the work of healing your relationship with yourself. Notice the ways you speak to yourself, the harsh judgments you make about your appearance, your choices, your past, your worth. Begin to challenge these voices and replace them with compassion. Treat yourself the way you would treat a beloved friend who came to you with their insecurities and fears. You cannot receive the love you desire from another if you are unwilling to. Give it to yourself first. This is not selfish or narcissistic. It is foundational. The love you cultivate for yourself teaches you what love feels like, makes you able to recognize it when it arrives from an external source, and prevents you from accepting less than you deserve from a place of unworthiness. Forgive yourself for the things you regret, the mistakes you have made, the ways you have hurt yourself and others. Forgiveness does not mean declaring that harmful actions were acceptable. It means releasing the grip of the past so it no longer determines your future. It means understanding that you did the best you could with the awareness you had at the time, and now you know better and can do better. It means freeing yourself from the prison of shame and self-punishment that keeps you small and hidden. Forgive those who have hurt you as well, not for their sake but for yours. Holding on to resentment and bitterness only poisons your own heart, creating walls that keep out the love trying to reach you. Forgiveness does not require reconciliation or forgetting or pretending the harm did not occur. It simply means releasing the energetic charge so that person no longer has power over your present moment. It means taking back your energy from the past and making it available for creating your future. The witness who saw the golden thread also saw something else, a vision of you and your soulmate together in a future moment. You were sitting in a place filled with light, perhaps by a window or outdoors, and you were simply being together in comfortable silence. There was a quality of peace between you that spoke of deep knowing, of having weathered storms and chosen each other again and again. Your hands were touching, not in a dramatic romantic gesture but in the casual intimacy of two people whose connection runs so deep that even the smallest contact carries profound meaning. You were both smiling, not at anything in particular but from a wellspring of contentment that came from being exactly where you belonged. This vision is not merely a possibility but a probability, a likely outcome based on the current trajectory of both your paths. The future is not fixed, as free will always plays a role, but some things are woven so deeply into the fabric of destiny that they are nearly inevitable. Your union with your soulmate is one of these things. The details may shift, the timing may adjust slightly, the circumstances may vary, but the core truth remains: you are meant to find each other. Heaven is also revealing that your soulmate thinks of you often, even though they do not know who you are yet. They have a sense of someone missing from their life, an empty space beside them that they have tried to fill with work, friendships, hobbies, and past relationships that never quite fit. They have started to realize that nothing external can fill that space because it is specifically shaped to hold you. In their quiet moments, they wonder if you exist, if the idea of a true partner is just a fantasy sold by songs and movies, or if somewhere there really is someone who will understand them at a level no one else has. You have wondered these same things, questioned whether you are foolish to believe in soul connections and destined love. The answer is no, you are not foolish. You are remembering truth that your soul knows even when your mind doubts. The longing you feel is not a cruel trick played by the universe but a homing signal, your soul calling out to its counterpart, sending and receiving messages in a language beyond words. I want you to know that every prayer you have whispered, every tear you have shed in moments of loneliness, every time you have asked heaven why love has not found you, all of it has been heard. Not one moment of your pain has been wasted or ignored. It has all been held in the hands of the divine with tenderness beyond measure. The waiting has been purposeful, and the fulfillment of your heart's deepest desire for true partnership is closer than you think. Watch for signs in the coming days and weeks. You may start seeing repeated numbers, finding coins or feathers, hearing the same song multiple times, or experiencing vivid dreams that feel significant even if you cannot remember all the details. These are confirmations that the energies are shifting, that what has been spoken in the spiritual realm is beginning to manifest in the physical. Pay attention to synchronicities, those moments when the universe seems to wink at you, when things line up in ways that feel too perfect to be random. Your soulmate is being given similar signs, being prepared through their own series of awakenings and realizations. The witness who saw the golden thread connecting you both was actually seeing the intensification of this connection, the way it has been growing stronger as you both move closer to the meeting point. Every step you take toward your authentic self is a step toward them. Every layer of pretense you shed reveals more of the person they are seeking. Every time you choose courage over fear, you align more closely with the frequency of love. There is no need to force or rush this process. Trust that divine timing is always perfect, even when human understanding cannot see the perfection. What feels like delay is often protection, preventing meetings that would have happened before one or both people were truly ready, before the wounds had healed enough to allow for healthy connection. You are being saved from relationships that would have looked right on the surface but would have ultimately been unfulfilling or even harmful. Heaven is asking you to stay open, to keep your heart soft despite the disappointments you have experienced. It would be understandable if you had built walls, if you had decided that protecting yourself was more important than remaining vulnerable. But those walls would also keep out the love that is trying to reach you. Be discerning, yes. Have boundaries, absolutely. But do not close yourself off entirely. Do not let the pain of the past convince you that the future will be the same. Your soulmate needs you to stay open just as you need them to, and they are working on this too. They are learning to risk again, to believe again, to hope again. You are both doing the work, though you are doing it separately for now, preparing yourselves to come together as the highest versions of yourselves, capable of creating a partnership that serves not only your individual happiness but also contributes something beautiful to the world. The secret that heaven can no longer keep hidden is not just about your soulmate or your purpose or your past lives. It is about the fundamental truth of who you are, a beloved child of the universe, a being of infinite worth, a carrier of light that the world desperately needs. You matter in ways you cannot fully comprehend. Your existence is not accidental or insignificant. You were specifically and intentionally created, and everything you have experienced has been shaping you for a contribution that only you can make. Embrace this truth. Let it settle into your bones and change the way you move through the world. You are not just waiting for your life to begin when your soulmate arrives. Your life is happening now, and it is valuable now, and you are making a difference now even if you cannot see the full extent of it. Your soulmate will be an addition to an already meaningful existence, not the source of that meaning. I, Archangel Michael, stand with you always. Call upon me when you need protection, courage, or clarity. I am here to help you cut through the cords of fear and doubt, to shield you from energies that would drain or discourage you, to remind you of your strength when you forget. You have an entire team of guides and angels supporting you, celebrating every step forward you take, holding you when you stumble, lighting your path when darkness threatens to overwhelm you. The journey to union with your soulmate is also a journey to union with yourself, with your purpose, with the divine. These are not separate paths but one path with many beautiful destinations along the way. Trust the unfolding. Believe in the love that is coming to meet you. Know that you are worthy of every good thing your heart desires. And remember always that you are never alone, never forgotten, never beyond the reach of heaven's grace and guidance. The truth has been revealed, the secret spoken. Now it is time to walk forward in faith, knowing that the best is yet to come.